Well, we all
We're
know
live.
that.
Hi, hello everybody. We're live. Is Luke back with us? You back with us, Luke? No, you're not. He's gone again. Hi, good evening, and welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself, Paul, and Jenny from Host for Ghost, Angela from South Coast Ghost with the fantastic gear on, Luke in the top right-hand corner, and it's a real great pleasure to have Mark Ricketts on here tonight, and Justin and Paula. Obviously, I haven't been drinking, not yet anyway. Justin and Paula are one of our investigators. So tonight we're going to talk a bit about funny stories from the paranormal world that's happened to us. So quite funny stuff. A bit about Christmas paranormal. And also our top 10, top 5 investigation we had all year in the year we had. And how we've done it and what's been funny and why it's a highlight of our year. Hopefully next year will be even better year with all together. So welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. So tonight, as I say, we talk about our top 10, top 3, whichever ones you can. If you want to leave a comment, please do. Angela will put them up on the screen and we'll answer them and have a bit of a laugh with them. And you send us some funny stuff in what's happened to you over the year in your paranormal world. So just join in, drop it on. Anybody's out there, Gemma and Christine and all of them, just drop us a message. Tonight we won't have Abnormal Paranormal because one of their nans is quite ill. So we wish her all the best. And we send all our healing from all of us on here and hope she get well soon. And we'll see Dave and Ben possibly in the new year. They may be back. You may see a comment from Dave, but they're very busy with quite personal things going on. So, you know, all the best from us lads on the Paranormal Monday Night Live from all of us on here. You know, get well soon. If you need us, you know where we are. But get in touch if you need a chat, whatever. We're always here as we are for a team. So tonight, we're top 10 or whatever you can investigations over the year. What are your top 3, top 4, top whatever? It doesn't matter. We're on here for an hour, so I think. And the Christmas Carol, you know, Christmas Paranormal. You know, do many people know about, you know, Dickens' Christmas Carol, the film and all of that about Christmas Carol, you know, where it started from the Victorians and their seances, and that's where the paranormal spooky Christmas Carol comes from. There's a group that got round together and talked about the paranormal, or in them they wouldn't have known it as a paranormal, as a supernatural. High into the dark. Merry Christmas. Welcome in to the Monday Night Paranormal Live. Good to have you in. Can you tell us what your top 3 best investigations of the year are and why? If you want to join in, please put a comment in there and we can read it out. The Victorians and that used to have a lot of seances, didn't they? Which is really where the stories originate from, them around the table. So it's been interesting how long these Christmas Carol, you know, stories gone on through the years and probably changed over a few years, isn't it? As it's been rewritten. Obviously, there's lots more different paranormal stories out there at Christmas time. But I never really thought much about stories at Christmas. But thinking about it, when I was a child growing up, a very young child, my mum and dad used to tell stories on Christmas Day or Christmas evening when we were sitting there at home about different things. I can't remember if it was about the paranormal, but I'm not quite sure. But I always remember them talking and reading a story about Christmas, and you know, you have like all sorts of stories out there now, don't you, about Christmas? But I don't know much about the Christmas story, but you know, I did a quick bit of reading up. There's a few stories out there that have lasted the time. Going on to my top investigation of 24, probably Shepton Mallet was my top one this year, when I saw an apparition which was verified by 3 other people but in different locations in the same room, which sort of verifies, did I see it, didn't I see it, was it there, wasn't it there? But having 3 different people say they saw it from 3 different angles sort of made my year, really. And I like Shepton Mallet anyway. It's always a very active place. It takes a while to get started, but it always, you know, never fails to give. And also we had, where else have we been this year? The convent, the old convent. That was early. That was in the middle of the year, I think, July time. That would be my second favourite one, when I saw the man in the basement when we first got there. And I was wandering around, and Cheryl was showing me around, because me and Jen arrived a bit late because we got stuck on the motorway in an accident, and they shut the motorway, so it took us a while to get there. So everybody else had their quick tour around and a quick briefing. And me and Jen turned up, and Julie said, well, have a quick walk around. Cheryl will show you. And then have a quick walk around and get your bearings before we start. So Cheryl said, the basement's down that way. This is that way. Had a quick walk around upstairs, had a look around. And I went down the basement, and Cheryl was up on the landing. And I was sort of wandering around the basement, and I saw a man standing in the kitchen. I said, all right, how are you? And he didn't say anything. And Cheryl said, who are you talking to? I said, there's a man down there. She goes, no, there's nobody down there. Everybody's upstairs. And I suddenly realised I wasn't alone down in the basement. There was a man standing there. And I actually saw him. He had a flat cap, like a leather apron, quite an angry, had quite a stern face, but I could see the features. And he was quite angry, and I didn't know. And obviously I went back out and said to Cheryl, I just see somebody in the basement, and described it. And Cheryl went, there's nobody down there. Everybody's upstairs. And it turns out when they did the lit walk around in the basement, the lady there said there's people often see this man in the kitchen as very angry. It's his kitchen, and he doesn't like people in there, and he wears a flat cap and a leather apron. Exactly. And I hadn't been on that walk around, so how I described it was the man that people see. But I thought he was someone just having a look around before we started. So I was sort of quite taken by that one. And that's a great location. If you ever get a chance to go there, which I think Paranation are running it in the new year, get your tickets and go there. It's quite a place. So I've probably got the top. What's that? That one and that one. Where else have we been? Where else have we been this year? It's been such a busy year, isn't it?
Been to Wynnum Manor, didn't we?
Oh, Wimmering Manor, yeah, that was quite good. I enjoyed that, where we heard the voice upstairs of a lady, and I think it was me, Justin, and William thought we saw someone looking over the balcony. Do you remember that, Justin?
Yeah, top of the balcony, yeah.
Well, we were standing there chatting, weren't we? And we thought, well, three of us looked up and thought, well, who's that? But there was obviously no one there. We weren't sure. Well, we didn't see anybody there, put it that way, but it caught our eye, whatever leant over. So I don't know whether can you elaborate on that, Justin, anymore? But
yeah, I'm trying to remember if whether we saw something and heard something at the same time.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Now, 'cause there was lots of creaking there. Yeah, but it was strange because when we looked up, I thought it was an area when I was looking at it, but it was actually on the top of the stairs there. Because I thought, it's just a shadow over a bit, but it's at the top of the stairs. So, and then you were looking up there, and then I was looking up there. We were just trying to work out, because the staircase where it goes up, and you've got some other beams that go across. So we were just confirming that it was in that place that we thought we saw it.
Yeah.
And then
because we also looked there.
Yeah,
we looked at the same.
Came round.
Yeah. We all sort of looked together, didn't we? Because we thought we saw someone look over, but then we looked at each other and went, what was that? And we weren't sure, were we, what we'd seen? But it was obviously the corner of the eye.
Yeah. I had it in Wimmering Manor when we was up in the loft.
Yeah.
And it was strange because I was there and things started to seem to happen, and then some more people came along, and then it sort of dies off. And then as we were moving from one of the small rooms to the other one, I was standing there, and then I thought William came up because it was as if somebody was there. I thought it was William behind me, just in the eyesight there, and then went behind me. So I turned round that way, and nobody could have gone behind me because there's a load of beams. So it came up and then went past us there. That was weird because it was actually there, right close to me, my face there. Somebody there, and then walked round.
Yeah, I couldn't see that.
Sort of see the side of the sort of body in that, and then went round. And I thought, is that William? And I turned round, and that was it. You had all the beams. And then I looked back, and he was miles. There was nobody behind me at all.
So, what would be your highlight of this year? Your top 2, 3 10, whatever, what would be your highlight?
That'd be Wimbledon Manor, and I think that the other one would be. Sure, it was this year. When we went to with down to the place in Stanfield.
Yeah.
It was the Stanfield. The first one we did with Darren.
Oh, I was going to say that one too.
Because we went there, and then of course I went.
January, wasn't it?
I was standing there, did the pendulum, and I thought, like that, and then nobody wanted to do it, and I said, oh, all right, I'll do it. I hadn't done one before, and then watching the footage back, it was like my whole body was arching back while I was wobbling like that, and then I got quite emotional afterwards, which was a bit strange. Just hit me, and it was just loads going on there.
You felt what the bloke felt, didn't you? What he was going through.
Yeah.
Where was that? I missed that. Where was that?
Oh, in the Stanfield community, wasn't it?
The community hall. Yeah, the middle of the week one.
Yeah. And Darren was doing it basically with Angela and Parent Nation as well. Basically, it was a free thing basically, and a lot of people in the area. Basically, it was a Monday, wasn't it, or something like that? Monday night.
Yeah, I was doing a live stream, wasn't I? I was doing the Paranormal Monday Night Live, and we kept going over to Darren, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or over to you lot over there. That's right. I remember that now. Yeah, that was quite an interesting.
That's the first one I went to. That's the first one. It's the first time I ever went to something like that. I was like, no, I just go. Just said, come on. I said, okay. Do you mean? And it's funny because Justin, I think, because where I had connection with Justin, and he was in the middle of the human pendulum, I think. What it was is that the bloke that was in there basically was connecting with Justin, but when I was asking the questions, he was connecting with me because I suppose because I'm related to Justin,
right?
He's my husband, and when I was asking the questions, he was answering them. He didn't want to answer anybody else for some reason in the circle. He just answered to me, and it was like this bloke that got burnt basically there and everything else years ago. And I think he was a caretaker there, wasn't he? I think was it Angela? Was it caretaker or something like that? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it was. You know what I mean? So Justin got all the motions basically of it, and he started going into tears, and everything else started crying afterwards. He got so emotional because he had attachment from the bloke.
And like I say, watching afterwards, bending over, it was just weird. I couldn't even.
Yeah. Was that where Gemma saw someone hiding in the corner?
It was. Yeah, in the corner by the cabinet. There's a cupboard.
That's right. I think.
In the cupboard.
Yeah, I remember Gemma saying about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because William, he went into one where the children are, and he was laying there, and he felt like a child sitting on his leg.
Lap, wasn't it? On his lap. In the nursery area, it was.
Oh wow.
He switched down basically and relaxed. That's what he did. He closed down, relaxed, and get connection basically. And the child came along and sat on William's lap.
Oh,
and
wow.
he felt the connection, everything else, and he got overwhelmed and emotional. And I think it was Darren and Angela was there basically, and they had, and I think it's Darren, wasn't it? I think got him away, and he had to get the connection away from him because he was that bonded with him because the bloke would always let go of him because he couldn't lift him up. Do you know what I mean? Because he was that connected. Do you know what I mean? And over emotional. And I think afterwards, when he burst into tears, because I wondered what was going on, because he cuddled Justin, he burst into tears on Justin, because I was doing something else, and I said, what's going on? And he told me what was going on, and William had so much connection with him, he felt the hurt and upset of this child, and everything else, all the emotions and everything else. And he said afterwards he felt really sad and upset, didn't he?
Yeah.
Whatever the boy went through, he felt all the emotions and everything else.
Wow.
I think that's what made him do other different things now with his life. It's made him change the way he is. And he wants to help people now and everything else more than he did before. Because he had that connection with that boy.
It's amazing. It's such a short one, but there was just so much. It just
grabbed onto him.
Popped into one. It's just brilliant. Yeah.
Sorry, someone at the door. So. Graham Bentley, happy Christmas, folks. Have the best time ever, or the best you can. Hi, Graham. Thank you for tuning in. We will. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. I think, there's lots of good investigations we've had all through the year, but some stand out more than others, don't they, really?
Yeah.
Luke?
I think Waverley's my best.
Oh, Waverley? What, where you saw the flying?
Well, I didn't see. It's when we did that music of the monks and everything else, and we had that.
Oh yeah.
Open up and everything else. and it all come to life, didn't it? In everything else, and then the beams and everything else, and we had them called. I think now. Laser
talks.
Yeah, the laser.
Oh yeah.
House, and we was trying to get the connection, and then when it was I say Angela, then no, Julia put the music on, didn't she, on her phone, and house monks, and then and it all opened up, didn't it, basically, and it all went dark and everything else, and then we saw something in the corner, didn't we? Like there were monks there in the house, and it
right in the very corner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we could feel the tree vibrating, couldn't we?
Yeah.
The people were
amazing.
Doing the tree hugging situation.
Yeah.
But that was interesting,
That place always comes up trumps, I think, that place. Do you know what I mean? There's always something happens there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We always get a connection there.
Yeah.
Luke, what's your top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
I quite like the Petersfield.
Just say it again.
Petersfield Police Station.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was good. Yeah. Why did you like that then, Luke? Tell us why that was your highlight.
Being near the cells, I couldn't stop laughing. I felt like I was a bit drunk or something. But yeah,
I remember that.
Drunk feeling. Yeah.
It was like you were someone different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really strange. Yeah. Would that be your number 1 on the hit list, or?
I think it was. Shepton Mallet was quite good.
Yeah.
Felt something follow me around all night. It was quite creepy, especially when you walk on your own. And it's worse outside than in the building for me.
Yeah, I think I've taken people outside to where the firing squad was.
Yeah.
And it sounded like someone was walking behind us then.
Yeah.
But I kept looking behind, thinking, well, there's nobody here. It's only us. Maybe it's just us, and it's echoing in the courtyard, that type of thing. But you could clearly, everybody was saying, who's walking behind us? Who's dragging behind? But obviously there was nobody. I think it was myself. Was you there, Luke? Dora?
Yeah, Dora and Nigel, wasn't it?
Nigel. Yeah, there was a few, wasn't there?
I think so, yeah.
Did you take them to the firing squad wall where the bodies are and that in the courtyard? Yeah. And what's your other one, Luke?
What was the other one? Groundlings Theatre, and we heard the whistle in the hall.
Yes. I forgot about that one, yeah. What was that? That was really good.
Yeah.
The grounding. That was probably the first time we'd ever really heard a clear as day.
Yeah.
That's what you look at, clear as day.
Children, didn't you? And you had your children run across that. That was amazing. Running across the Wicken Hall.
Yeah. And then we heard, I think we were there with Julia when we caught it on the EVP. We were saying, where are you? They were saying on the stairs. And then we couldn't work out, Luke, could we? Why the REM pod was always going off.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop it going off, could we?
No.
And it was turning the laser lights out?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
And the box upstairs.
Yeah, I forgot about the Groundlings Theatre. That was a good one, that one.
Yeah.
Especially hearing the whistle. I mean, that was as clear as day, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah.
That was a really good capture, that one. What else, Luke?
Bugle Hotel then.
Yeah.
That was
Drawing.
the Bugle. Yeah, the Bugle was a good one, Jen said. She did the drawing of the lady. Do you remember that? Was that this year?
That was last year.
Last year.
Oh, sorry. I'm a year behind.
We're still in 23.
Yeah.
One not to get older, April.
No. You go backwards, mate, when you get my age.
We've had quite good ones this year, really, because you've got to think that we had Woodley, basically. And
Yeah.
Warrior. That was really. I've enjoyed the Warrior as well. That was really good. I thought it was there. Do you know what I mean? But we've had a lot of good ones this year, really.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you said that.
Yeah. Angela, what will be yours then?
I just put Dora's message up.
Oh, Dora's put, hello everybody. I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. I'm watching you and preparing food for a Polish Christmas tomorrow. Ho, ho, ho. Well, don't forget us, Dora.
Yeah.
You know, we do look hungry. We are hungry. Look, you can tell. Mark's hungry. Look, because he keeps disappearing. The Mark's obviously hungry. But don't forget the cakes, Dora. That's all I can say. So, Angela, what would be your highlights of this year?
Well, I've written 4 down that I can remember.
Okay.
The first one was Stampshaw. I think it's because, like Justin said, it was a short one, but lots of things happened. So lots of different people, lots of different areas, and so there wasn't sort of even the chance to sort of go, oh, well, nothing's happening here, because there was always something happening somewhere. And then the second one I had was Groundlings, and that was mainly because there was just so much laughing going on between me, Mark, Ryan, and Cheryl. Yeah, I don't know, we got into this conversation and then it was just laughing and laughing, and we were trying to do something serious and it didn't work. And so I just remember that for the laughter. It's just a fun time.
Yeah, nice.
And then my next highlight is having Richard's publishing the Dragon story in the Thornton Times.
Oh, yeah.
Highlight.
Yeah.
My last one is just doing these lives, especially when we have like the voices that we hear that sort of come through, and then when Julia had her light box and all the lights were going off.
That's right. Yeah. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you say, the lives have been really interesting this year, haven't they? We had some good speakers in this year, and we've got some good speakers coming in next year already. So we've got them lining up. Mark, have you listened back to some of the lives and heard the voices we've had in the middle of them?
Yeah, I'm very boring because I do voluntary work on a Monday night. I have to watch you and can't chip in, but it makes it easier for you. But yeah, I have been watching you, and it's been great fun.
And what do you think the voices are that we keep hearing on here that occasionally come in?
It's when you have these sorts of things, it's very hard because there's lots of times that this will happen quite naturally as we cross streams with other people, but it's always fun to think that it's something more creative than that, isn't it? So
yeah.
I'd like to go with the supernatural just because it's more fun.
Daniel's put, hi guys, I'm going to try to log on in 5 minutes. 5 minutes in a second. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Just to make fun of Paul. Thank you, mate, and I still will let your tyres down. I know where you live. So, Mark, you've done a few this year. What would be your highlight of the year one?
Well, I'm quite old-fashioned, Paul. I like a good old haunted house. So for me, the more it looks like a horror movie, the more I like it. So for me, Cogs Manor Farm, Shaw House, and the Old Ram are the ones.
Okay.
And the Old Ram, I think, we didn't have much happen at the Old Ram, apart from Luke going a bit crazy for about an hour at the end, with all the Ouija board stuff that you got through Luke. So he brightened up our evening. I think the Old Ram is the most atmospheric of all, and I would never like to be in it on my own.
Yeah.
If you put 6 people in the Old Ram, that would be terrifying. So that's what I like. But we've done 2 ships, haven't we? The Shield Hall and the Warrior, and I think the Warrior was probably the storm outside gave us all the atmosphere that we needed. You weren't there for that one, Paul. We needed.
No, I missed that one, sadly.
We had to blag our way in because the storm had pulled down some of the roof, and they tried to stop us getting in, and we were having none of it. My least favourites of the theatres, I don't know why, although Angela did brighten up our day. She said she was a terrible distraction on us and wouldn't stop.
I can believe that.
We were trying to have a serious investigation, and I just wanted to eat whatever she was eating. My least favourite was the Silk Mill, and that was only because we didn't manage the rotation of people as well as we could have done.
Yes.
Sort of dominate the top floor, and that caused a bit of a kerfuffle at the end, and you never want to have like that.
No.
Yes, but my favourites are, and we've done a couple of castles like Fort Widley and all that, haven't we? Which has been great. But I like your classic haunted house, and a big thank you to Luke for his magnificent show on the Ouija board towards the end. So that's my favourites.
We need to get a haunted location in a storm, don't we? Lashing rain and in a storm.
My favourite combination is a storm and a car park.
All right.
Car park is always something that makes me very happy.
A haunted car park. That's the next thing we need to look for then. In a storm.
Yeah.
Waverley Abbey has, isn't it?
That's what. Sorry, Luke.
Waverley Abbey has a haunted car park.
Yeah, that one by
Yeah.
as you go in.
Yeah.
It's just like that. What is it like? Ruins just by the car park, isn't it? Like a shelter, isn't it? I can't remember what they call it.
The bomb, the war
Bunker.
for the war, I think. Bunker,
The
yeah.
bunker, isn't it?
The bunker, yeah. Yeah.
It's so creepy, that bit. Yeah.
Have you got your mum with you, Luke?
Yeah.
She never appears.
Hi, Daniel.
Hello. Hi, Daniel.
Hey guys.
Where is your mum, Luke?
on that,
Where is
Luke.
your mum? Where is she? Lynn, come and put your face on the live, Lynn. Lynn, come and put your face on the live. You ain't going to get away with it now. This is the end of the year live, so nobody gets away. Not even Daniel gets away with it. I'm still going to let your tyres down. How you doing, Lynn?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
What's your favourite location this year? Because you go to most of them.
Shipped to Mallet Prison. Yeah.
And what's that?
I don't know. I always like that place.
It's because it's Somerset and Somerset's the best because that's
Well, we
where
have
I
to
am.
put.
So.
I'll tell you what. We have to put the criminals somewhere, so Somerset's fine.
Wookie Hole was brilliant one, wasn't it, in January?
Yeah, Rookie Hole was good. But we have to put the criminals somewhere. We've filled up Australia, so Somerset's the next obvious place, isn't it? Really.
And there's one more that they're missing, and I think it's a bald guy that wears glasses and does paranormal investigations. So
I haven't got a clue.
Well,
We'll keep an eye open for him. If we find him, we'll let you know. Mark, I think he's talking about you, Mark. How you doing, Daniel? How are you? How's the family?
Yes, just busy and just trying to now get ready for Christmas. Kind of, we're going out for a meal tomorrow, and then just kind of relaxing. Really, is the aim because we're all busy. So we're trying to kind of spend a few days doing nothing, and just kind of relaxing. So yeah,
sounds good. Sounds like a plan. After a busy year.
Yeah, say after New Year's Day, I'm gonna be actually going out doing investigations during January and February. I'm heading down to Dartmoor.
All right.
I'm going to be spending about a week down in Dartmoor with a team. We are going to be investigating all different kind of Bigfoot sightings there. But what could Bigfoot be? So is Bigfoot paranormal? Is Bigfoot supernatural? Is Bigfoot a ghost? Is Bigfoot UFOs and so on and so on? So we're gonna do that down there, and we've got a town hall meeting where we're all witnesses, and that are coming to. I think I've got about 60 people attending that. So
Nice.
so should be cool to kind of get some of all the different stories and history that is down in Dartmoor, and we're kind of going to be. We've got a target zone inside Dartmoor that we're going to be having a look at, and then we go from the bottom of the country to the very top of the country, and we are going to be going spending some time in Inverness doing some filming in Loch Ness.
All right,
Daniel, what's your point of view on lichens then?
Well, say I am more the Bigfoot person that does the Bigfoot work. I've heard of that before, and I have a very good friend of mine that that researches it. And all I can say, because I can't have an opinion without knowing what it is about it, what it is, and kind of it is a really interesting subject. Let me say that. Yeah.
Well,
so
you've got a few films coming out, so they're going to be pushing it again, aren't they?
Yeah. Say we are that. I have one witness that down in Dartmoor that is attending. That I'm interested in, and say people forget that Bigfoot could be anything.
Yeah.
We don't know. we have our very strong opinions, but we don't know. Which is why we're going to be exploring all the different kind of things, and then I'm going into something that I haven't done before up in Scotland. We're going to go and have a look at kind of sea monsters, and that's something I've never looked into. And so so that will kind of take up most of my January and February, and then we have a very, very big conference in May, which I'm looking forward to. So yes, that seems to be my year next year at the moment.
Busy then.
Jinx.
That's good.
I recommend before Dartmoor you watch a film called The Hound of the Baskervilles, Daniel. I think that'll put you right in the mood for monsters on Dartmoor. And also Inverness is gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen it, but in January they light up all the river with coloured lights. It's very hilly, all the hotels are on the side of it. It's a beautiful little town in the winter. It's really, really nice.
Nice, mate. Nice. Say, I have one of the team members that is actually on the investigation team has actually watched the film and has done probably the most research into the Hound of the Baskervilles. So it's Chris, Paul, and Angela. Chris has done all the work into that. So going down with him is like a kid that is about to walk into a toy shop. So
isn't that Big Cat in Dartmoor? Isn't that Big Cat country?
Yeah.
Bodmin Moor is the big
Yeah.
cat.
A lot of sightings, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got about 15 witnesses that we're interviewing about all different big cat sightings, because obviously and I've spoken about this before, where big cats are, if we prove big cats, the chances of proving Bigfoot has increased by a very, very small percentage, because if the UK can hold animals without kind of them being seen every second of every day, then it doesn't put it out of the realm that Bigfoot could be real. I'm not saying that it definitely lives in the UK, because I'm skeptical of both kind of theories, let's say. But if we proved big cat, we know where big cats are living, meaning that we would know where predators are living. So say we're going to speak to about 15 witnesses down in Dartmoor that have just seen them. So that should be interesting. Maybe Paul, you want to tag with us, and if we see one, I may just give you a bit of a
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You got to remember, I can outrun you, mate.
I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah, when your shoelaces are tied together, then when your shoelaces are tied together, mate, then you're going to be the last one running, not me. So I may be old and bald and glasses, but I know what I'm doing.
I'm very keen to know, Daniel, what your theory is about what Bigfoot is, because you've researched it so much. You must have a predominant theory in your head.
So, it's a story that I can't wait to tell, and I want to let it go, but until my documentary's out, I can't, and we're all waiting to burst. I remember when I came on for the first time on this platform, and I met you guys, and we were talking about all different theories. I think it was the second live we did. I think the question you asked me, Paul, was what would happen? What do you think you would do if you came in front of Bigfoot? I never thought I could answer that question. I can now, and it's not the answer that I thought it would be. But in my opinion, judged on what I've seen and judged on the research that I've done, it is flesh and blood. That's what I can say. Is there a element of paranormal? I don't know. There has been some very weird things happen to us. that I can't explain. I can't explain it with a logical explanation. And I will always go to the logical. But there's a point where I'm stood with some of the best researchers in Bigfoot history, and they're going, I can't answer this. And I'm like, then there's no answer for it. We can't answer it. So I think my answer to that question, Mark, is I've seen it in flesh and blood, but I can't say whether there's sides to it. I know that this creature, or whatever people call it, can do other things that we can't as humans. So, and a lot of people class those as paranormal, so, or supernatural, whatever word people like to use. It's like using tools like wood knocks and that. We have animals alive today that use tools to live, like orangutans and that kind of stuff. So it doesn't put it out of the realm for Bigfoot to. If Bigfoot is true and he sits and he, she, whatever sits there and watches us, and they watch us dig grave, then are they going to do that? Are they going to do that and bury their bones, or are they jumping in and out of portals? I don't know, and I can't answer that question. And everyone keeps asking me, well, I saw Bigfoot jump into a portal. I went, brilliant. They go, do you believe in it? I went, no. I believe in your story. I believe in what you saw. But until someone shows me Bigfoot jumping into a portal, or literally goes, take my hand and take me through a portal, I believe that might be Paul one day, and they'll just leave me there. Then I can't really have an answer and say I've been in all the different kind of I've been in the Bigfoot Mecca of the world. I've worked with some of the most amazing Bigfoot researchers in the world, and we don't have an answer. Do I believe we're going to get to proof? If our world changes, possibly. But I think if you put a body even in front of some people are going to go, no, you stuffed that. No, you made that. No, if you show a video of something standing up and walking, people are going to go, no, that's AI. You just fake that. So that's where kind of our community can change, which is what we're trying to do, is build a community that does care. Now that is really hard, but it's what we're trying to do. So just circling back to your question, Mark, on I think it's flesh and blood, nothing else at the moment, but there are some very weird things going on. Let me say that.
So the next thing we can do then is take you on a paranormal night, Daniel.
Yeah.
So you can experience it on the other side. Tap, tap, tap. Knock, knock, knock.
I'll go with Angela. I will not go with you, Paul.
I'll look after you, honestly. Mark will vouch for me. Sorry, what, Mark?
So that's the story of your life, Paul.
I always seem to get the wrong end of the stick.
Oh.
Anyway, where were we? Julie Evans, Merry Christmas, Julie. Welcome on. Merry Christmas. So we were talking about the top 10 or our top favourite ones, really. So in anybody's opinion, where would you like to go that you've not been? I think I'd like to do Dover Castle.
Do what? Castle?
Dover Castle.
Oh.
Or Oxford Castle. Because the one in Dover in Kent, you can hire that one. They do a lot of paranormal nights there. The other one I think I'd like to go to secret bunker. But I can't tell you where it is in Kelvedon because it's a secret bunker. But it's a secret bunker. I can't tell you where it is in Kelvedon. But it's called a secret bunker, but everybody knows where it is. So I don't think it's very secret, is it? But that's the funny thing about it. When people do paranormal nights, they say it's a secret bunker in Kelvedon. Well, that's no more a secret now, is it? Because you just told everybody.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'd like to go. Try that one.
A
Where
place that so as you know, Paul, that Chris does Bigfoot, but he does paranormal stuff. So
yeah,
there's a place in Dartmoor called Wistman's Wood that I think I've been to once,
right.
and apparently that it's one of the most haunted forests in the UK. I obviously haven't done anything into that. Do anybody on here know anything about that? Because I'm going to walk in that forest at night. So if anyone knows anything about that at all, please fill me in right now.
Well, at least we know where to come and look for you if you go missing.
You won't come look for me.
No, I won't. No. I'll just get your bike, throw it in the back of the van, and drive off. Keep your bike. So when you come out, if you come out alive, there's lots of spooky things in woods, bears and all sorts. There's even people you get in woods as well, and Bigfoot. So, if you get confused and lost in the woods, look out for the 3 bears. They were lost in the woods, weren't they?
Peter Farm.
Peter Farm.
You've got to watch out for Peter in the woods.
Watch out for. There you go. So you're walking in the woods, Daniel, on your own, eh? Yeah, Wicked. Jen said Wicked Witch. There'll always be a Wicked Witch house and all.
That was. Yeah.
That American werewolf. Don't forget him.
See, you're telling me right now that I'm going to take you on a paranormal investigation. I went, well, this is why. This is evidence on why I'm not going to. This is evidence on the only person on the screen talking is you, Paul, telling me, there's this in the woods and you'll get lost. And then I'll steal you back.
I'm trying to protect you. I've got your back, mate. I've got your back. I'm just telling you. Because if you don't come on a paranormal night, we'll send the spirits to you.
That's not a drink.
Yeah, that's not a drink either.
Check your dreams tonight, Daniel.
Yeah.
Hey, contact you tomorrow, Paul.
Yeah. Last night on that talk, I've had bad dreams last night.
Yeah.
And you do know that I will contact you as well, Paul. You do know that.
I'm sorry, Christmas Eve, mate, my phone goes off. No contact. Disappear. Just disappear. God. Just like I disappear like someone walking in the woods. Just like that.
This is not funny now.
You'll have a knock on the door.
Looks good.
Well, I whoever comes with me on this team, apart from Mark, Angela, Luke, Justin, and Paula, then I will kick them in the woods and just they can go.
All right. Okay. Yeah, but you don't know where I'll be in the woods, mate.
He's behind you.
He's behind you.
Oh no, he's not.
Don't turn around, will you?
Oh no, he's not. So that 5 minutes you were on, Daniel, is now gone.
Good God.
Good God.
Merry Christmas, Daniel. Happy New Year to you and the family.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hold on, Angela. That hand that just came in, I just need to confirm that is one of your children.
Yes, yeah. It's fine.
If she'd have said no, then what would you have done, Daniel?
I would have ended this live immediately.
If we'd have sent you over to you, go and tap Daniel on the shoulder. on his right shoulder. So you can't tell me you're not feeling something in your right shoulder then, Daniel, no?
If we weren't live right now, then you'd be in deep trouble, Paul.
I'd just like to keep you on your toes.
It's been a pleasure to be on this evening, guys.
Thank
And
you.
I will speak to you all in New Year, Paul. I will speak to you tomorrow morning, won't I?
Okay. No, you won't, because you'll still be awake tomorrow morning. Ooh. Ooh.
And I shall catch up with you all very, very soon. And
Yeah.
I will let you know how Dartmoor goes. And
Yes.
if
Okay.
I get lost, my phone will be on me. So Paul,
Okay.
you will no, sorry, Angela, you'll get a call to come pick me
No,
up.
we're gonna just wipe your number anyway. Spirit will take your number off the phone, so we won't be able to get hold of you anyway. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to yourself and family. Have a good one,
Amazing,
mate.
yeah.
And
Thanks,
we'll
Paul.
talk to you soon. Take care, bud.
Amazing. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, back to where we were. So, talking about where you'd like to go next year. Sounds strange going next year, doesn't it? It's only a few weeks.
Go to the moon.
Over the moon.
He wants to go to the moon. He wants to go. Seems to be paranormal there.
Well, what's on the dark side of the moon? We don't know, do we? We don't know.
Dark side.
What's on the dark side? This is the dark side, isn't it?
You're showing your age, Paul.
Oi, stop it. Stop it.
Dark side of the moon.
I feel my age. I don't know, show it. I don't feel my age. Have some good days and bad days. Hang on, Governor's here.
I said, speak for yourself. Where am I? I can't see.
I think you're there, look.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
come down there.
Yeah. Speak for yourself. It's my birthday on Boxing Day.
Oh God, that's close to Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's my birthday.
Couple presents.
Yeah.
I'll be
21.
yeah, and then it's granddaughter's birthday on New Year's Eve, and then it's Paul's birthday on the 16th of Jan. So there you go.
Wow.
So it's the top month, December and January.
Yeah, and I'm older than him, so he's going on about feeling old. Well, I feel bloody ancient right now.
You can't be any more ancient than Mark. I mean, you know, what goes round comes round, eh, Mark?
I know. I've entered the phase where my head looks like it's on upside down.
I have that every day. Look, can't you tell?
Yeah.
I can't tell whether I'm up or down.
God is our Father.
Get some more presents.
I don't know whether my head's up or down half the time. So, Andrew, where would you like to go in 2025 if you had a choice?
You want to go out?
Oh, I don't know. Every time I see like, oh, I want to go there, even if it's just like a derelict. Well, they're all sort of ruins, aren't they? But I mean, even if it's just like little bits and like little ruins and walls here and there. I don't know. I just those.
Yeah.
And they're free.
Yeah, nice. Anything spooky?
Well, anything that you don't have to go in.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Anything that's free, we'll do.
Yeah.
We don't mind investigations in free locations.
No.
What about yourself, Luke? Where would you like to go in 25?
Been Epping Forest of Queenston.
Oh, Epping Forest
in
right.
London. I saw it on TV recently. It looked quite
All right.
interesting.
What was that?
London.
Was it a TV program on Epping Forest then?
Yeah, and Jonathan Ross. It was.
Oh,
recently.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Yes, he was in. Was he in that pub, the old pub?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that one. I didn't think much of that. Did you?
It was interesting. The forest was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting around.
Yeah.
Where was he? Leytonstone. Was it Leytonstone and right on where he grew up, wasn't it?
It's a ragged school as well. Ragged
School, yes.
That's quite
Yeah,
good.
I went there many years ago with Surrey Paranormal Ragged School.
Yeah, yeah.
And with Barry Guy.
Yeah. So it's really good. If you could go to Ragged School, I don't know if anybody's been there, but that's a really, really good place, and also there's the what's it called on Chatham Docks? I think it's a rope museum. What's it called? Oh, it's on Chatham Docks in Kent. I can't think of it now. It's escaping me. But there's a museum there on the docks. I think it's where they made rope for the ships, the tall ships, during the Victoria. Well, earlier, right the way forward. I'm sure it's on Chatham Docks in Kent, where they made the ropes, the actual ropes for the ships, for the sails and all of that. And they have a museum there that's quite haunted. But I've been to the Ragged School one. That's really haunted. That's really good.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you all and everybody that watches the live. Sorry we couldn't be tonight. Thank you, Abnormal Paranormal, Dave and Ben. It's been a real pleasure to have you on this year. Come back next year. We'll still be here next year, fighting fit, with some more stories. And all the best to you and your family. Hope things get better and gets well. So we're sending all our healing to her. So from all of us, Merry Christmas and hopefully a Happy New Year for you.
Yeah.
From all of us on here. Yeah, the Ragged School. Did you watch it, Luke, when he was in the Ragged School with the door opening on the cupboards?
Yes. A bit skeptical about TV shows, aren't you, really? I'm not sure if it was... You can never know, do you?
No.
No, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What sort of made you think that then, Luke?
What,
The way the doors opened or the way it was or what?
I don't know, really. Just you never know what they do on TV behind the cameras. They could fake it. Yeah, I'm not sure, but you need to experience it yourself, really. I think. Yeah.
I mean, I worked on a behind the scenes of a show, and a few things went on there.
Yeah.
Because it's for entertainment purposes only. Graham Bentley, Fort Horsted in Chatham. That's a crazy place, without a doubt. Never been there. Anybody been there? Fort Horsted?
No.
No. Graham, have you been to the museum in Chatham on the docks? The rope. I'm sure it's called the Rope Museum. Abnormal Paranormal was a massive highlight for us meeting you all this year, and what an amazing investigation it was at Shepton Mullet Prison, and a great investigation put on by Julia and everybody. That was a good investigation. That one, I really did enjoy that one. It was a long night for us. Some of us that drove home that night.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
No, you missed it, didn't you?
That's why it was good, wasn't it, Paul?
No. It was a long ride home that night, 2.5 hours on the bike, but I enjoyed it. I had good fun there. It was a good laugh. It's a good guest there as well. I had Abnormal Paranormal were there, and that's where we first met Ben and Dave, which was a really nice. You meet for a reason, don't you? On most of these investigations, and we do have a good laugh on them. So I'm just trying. What's the name of that one? It'll come to me. It's in Chatham Docks. It's a rope museum, but that's really haunted. But I've done Ragged School, and I've also done the old schoolhouse in Hitchin as well, which is one I did with Barry Guy. Was the old schoolhouse in Hitchin, which was really good. It's like a whole school area, and you go into a courtyard, and it's like going back to the 1930s and 1920s school. The desks are the same. Everything is exactly the same as they left it. You've got the headmaster's house over on the right-hand side, and the writing on the wall, all sorts. No, but I highly recommend Fort Horsted. Had the weirdest captures I'd ever had. Such a spooky tunnels, unbelievable stuff. Maybe I should look to go there. That's in Chatham, I think, near Kent. That one. So that might be worth a visit, mightn't it? But the old schoolhouse in Hitchin was really good. So I did that one with Barry Guy, and that was where we had like the tables moving, creaking. One of the tables was dragged, and then they had writing up on the blackboard like they would write in old English style. And the person was saying that runs the museum, often they write things on the board, and when they come in the next morning, somebody's copied it underneath. But in scribbly like child writing. So it's quite a place, very cold, but it's how it would have been in them, because they wouldn't have had heating in them days, would they? and that was where a man hung himself outside the school gates so everybody could see him. And people say they often see, even now, they hear a scream and a shout coming from the schoolyard. So it's quite an interesting place. If you're ever out Hitchin and Stevenage and that way, I highly recommend going into that one. I think, the Ragged School one's good. You get a chance to be out that way. Dora's put the Old Lamb in, was really good.
Yeah.
Not this year, but a very good event. That was the first time I'd ever see. Jen always said to me, "Oh, nothing ever happens when I go. It's always very quiet." And we've had bits and pieces, but that night, that really did go that night, really big time. Because I think that's where Darren and his group saw the man looking up the stairs, I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Was that right, Luke, when he looked up the stairs?
Yeah, it was right, yeah.
And then we had that man appear in the mirror in the room. We all started to scream and shout, and everybody was freaked out. And so that was that. I know that wasn't this year, but that was a very good venue. That one, that's a good contact there. Some good stuff there, and it's glad that Jen, saw it. It's not. Sometimes you go on these nights, don't we? We all know it. It doesn't always happen, does it?
No.
You can spend the whole night there and get nothing. Yeah. And Jen was always saying, "Oh, nothing really happens. We get a knock and a tap, but nothing really." And then this night, she got the whole lot: table tipping, bouncing, the man appearing in the mirror, the ladies doing the mirror scrying and looking around the room, and that was a whole night of contact that night. But so, where else would you like to go, Luke, in 2025?
So do you want to try a London sort of venue, see what it's like in London?
All right.
There's a lot of energy in London, I reckon there is.
Especially Whitechapel. I mean, we went to Jack the Ripper Museum in Whitechapel. Really interesting place. And you look around on the map.
Oh, a mannequin.
Yeah, and there's a mannequin in one of the rooms.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, you walk into the room and it's like it's looking at you. When someone looks over their shoulder? Both me and Jen walked in the room and went, "Oh," and it was just like he sort of looked at us, wasn't it? And we both going, "Oh, I'm not sure about this one."
And then you know what he did, don't you? He puts his hand on my other shoulder.
She's so engrossed in looking at the map. I put my hand on her shoulder. Oh yeah.
Right, now he's going to tell you what used to happen when he came home from work. Go on.
Completely innocent.
No, you're not.
Well, coming up to Christmas, and it was obviously getting dark early. And I used to come home on the motorbike, Jen to be in the kitchen. So I used to come home really quietly because I knew she'd be in the kitchen. So I'd leave the bike outside and I'd slowly walk in and creep under the kitchen window. And she'd always have the window slightly open. So one day I put my hand inside the window. I just hung my hand over the top. I've never heard anybody scream like it. And then she's going, "Don't keep doing that. It frightens me." It's all right then.
I'd like leaping out of my skin sort of thing.
And then one day I did it again, and I come home. I thought she's got to be in the kitchen, so I sneaked under the kitchen and just put my head up onto the glass, just looking at her through the kitchen window. And she looked up, looked at me, and then looked down and just screamed. The neighbours, God above knows what the neighbours must have thought. And she was screaming, "Don't you bloody keep doing that to me, frighten the life out of me." Anyway, I'd been away. She said, "You've got to stop doing it. It's frightening me." And I thought, "Oh, okay." It was funny, but okay, I'll let that one go. Anyway, they say about karma's a real comes and gets you, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd been on a paranormal night, so I'd come home 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I'd been to the old Brighton police cells. A really active night, loads going on. So you're really processing everything through your mind. So I've come home, it's about 3 o'clock, 3:30. So I've come up to the gate, sort of turned the engine off, rolled in, parked the bike up, come walking back on with my crash helmet, opened the front of the crash helmet. I thought, it's 3:30 in the morning, she's got to be sound asleep. So I undid the door, opened the front door slowly, turned around, locked the door, and we have a little bit of a hallway, and to the left is the bathroom. And as I just got adjacent to the door, Jen went, "Wow!" And if I'd have eaten, I think I would have dropped it in the hallway there and then. It frightened the life out of me because I had a crash out and I had really limited view, so I couldn't see. Honestly, I said to her, "That was a ridiculous thing to do." And she said, "Karma, karma." Frightened the life out of me. And it's just, I'm thinking she's fast asleep. She's hiding behind the corner of the door. So that's not a good thing to be doing. Right, the bloody life out of me, did. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's going around with your investigation, and I wasn't expecting Jen to be up, but that was a bit of karma going on there, I'm afraid. So be careful with karma because it does come and get you.
Don't ever make me jump because I lashes out. I hit people.
Okay, Mark, there's a target, eh?
That's right. I enjoy the violence.
If he makes me jump, I'm like boof, like that, or crap.
Justin knows how to duck quickly then.
So no pain without gain, is there?
No, true. So Paul and Justin, where would you like to go in 2025, do you think?
We're hoping to go to Oxford Castle.
All right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good there, yeah.
Yeah, I want to go. So it's in June, isn't it? So fingers crossed that we do.
Yeah, it's just before we go to Canada.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
I think it's 5th of June.
5th of June.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. What else would you look forward to?
Well, I like going to Waverley, always have done, basically. I do like Waverley quite a lot. See anything with like castles or abbeys. So I need to go with Andrew or whoever wants to go to Titchfield Abbey over that way to see if there's anything happens.
Okay. Yeah, I think Angela's done a live from there. Did you do a live from there, Angela, once?
Yeah, I've been there a few times now. It's really a nice place.
Yeah.
Is it? I have to go over there. The other place I quite enjoyed when we came over was what was it called? We went with Darren, the little graveyard.
No.
Knoll Village, yes.
Yeah, Knoll's Village. Creepy.
That's a really interesting place.
Yeah.
You ever been there, Mark? Knoll Village? No? Really interesting graveyard. Yeah, very creepy. It's creepy when you're there in the daylight, let alone creeping in the dark.
It's not big, is it? But when you walk in there, with all the trees and where it is, it's a bit eerie. Plus, there's a vibe there when you go over that side. I didn't like it over that side where there must have been a building there originally. It's collapsed. I don't know if it was a church bit or what it was, but it is eerie over there. Because I remember me and Julia was looking at all these crosses, these graves with numbers on everything else. As soon as we walked over there, you got this horrible feeling. It made you feel I felt I was going to cry because it felt over and stressful. It's like, ooh, over that side. I didn't, so I had to walk away. I was fine when I walked away from that, but when you're near it, it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice. And I think that when it gets dark, it's not nice there either. So you think,
I don't know. I've never been in the dark. I don't think it'd be nice to be in the dark. No. Have you been there in the dark, Angela?
I've been there when it started to get dark, and then we're like hurrying out of there.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. See, when me and Darren and Julie went there, basically, it started to go dusk, and then it does get a bit eerie a bit, and that's when we decided to all go. Then, do you know what I mean? Because you could get a vibe there, wasn't quite right. And there's new houses all around it, and there as well, makes you laugh. And people with their dogs and their children through there all the time. You know what I mean?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did Dora's put, Paul? Have you planning going anywhere in Canada for an investigation? Yeah. Well, next year we have a Canadian paranormal group coming on to chat to us about paranormal investigations in Canada, in Idaho, or wherever it is in Canada. They're from there, and the Canadians have Idaho. So they have quite strict rules, a bit like us here on their investigations. So they contacted me, so I'll contact them in the new year and get them on, and we'll have a chat with them on the Monday Night Live. Obviously, we have Highland Paranormal agreed to come on as well, and I'm in contact with a couple of others, and I'll try and get back onto the Spirit Brothers and see if they can get them back on, but I've heard nothing from them. See if they come on and have a chat about their investigations. So if any of you out there know any speakers or talkers that want to come in and talk to us about your side of the paranormal, whether you're a specialised subject or not, doesn't matter. We're interested. This year, I think one of the good talkers, we've had Haunted Souls Paranormal. We had the lady about the past life regression. It was really, really interesting. So we've had some good speakers this year on here, really interesting. So hopefully next year we'll push on with some more speakers. Talk about, say, Canadian group coming on. I might contact Haunted Souls again because they've said they'd like to come back on again and chat to us. So hopefully get them on. And then, Highland Paranormal, chat to them in the new year and then get them on. So we have a few good speakers if you know of anybody.
Yeah, tell them about Highland Paranormal.
Well, Highland Paranormal, I've seen them on and off on Facebook, and I follow them, and they follow us on here. And we were in Jack the Ripper Museum. We're downstairs in what would have been the morgue. They wandered around, and this other lovely couple came in and said, "Oh, hi, how are you? Yeah, okay." And they were talking about they'd been into London. They'd won a competition or something, wasn't it? Or someone had bought them tickets for London, and they were going around trying to get as much in as they could. So they thought they'd drop into Jack the Ripper Museum, and we were there. I don't know how we got on the subject.
Because you were in the toilet, and then I started chatting to them, and I said, "Oh, we're paranormal investigators." No, so I stick my neck out like I do, and then they started saying that they knew paranormal and they'd done stuff with them and etc. etc.
And they said they'd be really interested in coming on a Monday night. And I came in and said, "Oh, we do a Monday night live and blah blah blah." And they said they'll be interested in doing that, coming on there, and you can come on theirs and vice versa. So I contacted him, and he has come back to me and said, "Yeah, no worries. We'd love to come on your Monday night live and have a chat about investigations that we do in Scotland." I'd imagine there's some good ones up there.
Yeah.
Scotland's full of history, isn't it? Castles and all sorts. So I imagine they do some really, like Edinburgh vaults and all them types of places that, that's a place I'd really like to go at some stage.
Yeah.
So Edinburgh vaults. So maybe one day we'll end up going up there. So really, I think that's, Luke, what was you going to say? Was you going to say where you wanted to go in 25? Or was that it?
Yeah, just want to try somewhere around London.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry about the noise.
What, round Whitechapel in that area? Jack the Ripper area, or?
And like Epping Forest, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Dangerous place, but interesting.
Yeah.
It's old Dick Turpin stomping ground, isn't it?
Yeah, the lake there as well, the water bit, yeah.
Yeah. That's where a lot of people hear horses running up the track, isn't it? When they're walking their dogs.
There's suicides there, I think, as well, they said about, as well.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, what about when Luke did that St Anne's?
Yeah, you did St Anne's Hill, didn't you? Was it this year?
No, last year was.
Yeah, that was a good investigation. Good live.
Your live?
Yeah, it was good. You done well there.
Yeah, really well.
Because that's quite a creepy place, isn't it, St Anne's Hill?
Yes, not nice there, no. Not nice, no.
I don't know whether anybody else has been. I've been there, but it's quite a creepy place, that is.
Need to go there as a team, everyone going. Yeah.
Definitely.
I was quite impressed with your video of that.
Of your live?
Of your live.
Yeah.
You need to do more of them, mate, when you're out and about.
Good. Yeah, good.
Everybody tune in.
Sorry about the noise.
Anyway, so is that it? Everybody.
Where's Mark want to go then? 2025 next year.
Well, there's one place I've always wanted to go to and still hasn't got to, is 30 East Drive.
Oh, right, yeah. You wanted to go there, have you?
Yeah. A lot of groups that I've met have said it's the scariest place they've ever been.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the Mad Monk of Pontefract, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
And they made a film out of it. I can't remember what the film was called, but there was a horror film based on it, and it's still only 400 quid. which is pretty good, but you can only take 4 people, so it's like 130 quid a person or something.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
I've just been unable to divide 400 by 4. How about that?
It's too late. We forgive you, mate. I know you're busy.
But yeah, if ever there's 3 of you who want to go, I'm well up for it. But it's quite far north. That's the only thing. So you'd have to stop
It's quite way up in Wales, isn't it? Is it right in the top corner?
I'm not sure. I know it's is it Wales? I thought it was Sheffield sort of way. I'll Google
Yorkshire, I think. Yorkshire.
Is it Yorkshire, is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite far from us, even me in Nottingham. But it has such a reputation amongst paranormal circles. And the other place I recommend is Newsham Park Asylum in Liverpool, which I've actually been to. And if you look at the pictures of it, it's this great big Gothic asylum. It's every inch this sort of paranormal place, and it's got a great reputation. I went there once, and I think I'd love to go again. It's just so big.
Yeah.
And it's so Gothic. It's like 4 stories high, lots of towers. And it's still got the original beds and equipment from when it was a mental institution and so on. So it's quite good value. It's a lot of fun.
Interesting. Yeah. That it then, everybody. That's everybody's looking forward to 2025 then. So 30 East Drive. It's on the hot list.
Good.
So keep an eye out. We might do a Christmas special. You never know. Anyway, if that's it, there's no more comments than that. So only remains for me to say thank you for tuning in for the whole year, as boring as it might have been. So, but we're here. We'll always be here. So from all of us on here, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All be safe. Abnormal Paranormal, you know, our best wishes are out to you and our healing. And, you know, drink well, drink spirits. Don't let the side down. Keep an eye on the chat. We'll let you know when we're back on. Next Monday, we're busy. Myself and Angela and that, we're all doing different things. So next Monday, we won't be on. So it'll probably be the following Monday, or
I'm not sure.
Not sure. We'll keep an eye on the chat. We'll ping it out and come on. And if we can meet up over the Christmas period, then fine. If we can't, we need to make our way together January sometime together to a free venue, as Angela says. We like free venues. Or a Christmas party. How about that?
Yeah.
You up for that, Mark?
Absolutely. And you're always welcome in Nottingham, any of you.
Hope your house is big enough with us and the spirits. So we'll probably bring a few with us. So what we do, we keep an eye on that. Then we'll try and make a Christmas dinner for all of us. Luke, you're okay with it? With that? With Lynn?
I should be watching it. Yeah.
Paula and Justin. We'll try and make it where everybody can get to. So halfway for everybody. So it makes it easier for everybody. Mark, we don't know what halfway is between Nottingham and here. It's probably Watford Gap, isn't it? Watford Gap.
Yep, pretty much.
But obviously we'll be in contact, let everybody know, and let's make a plan. Obviously Julia's back. Well, I'm not sure when Julia's back off her holiday, and we'll have our own Christmas dinner together, all of us, and toast the new year for everyone. It only remains me to say thank you so much for tuning in this year. We've had good fun. It's always good fun on here. You know, if you have any comments, you want to come on here next year, or as soon as you want, just come in, comment on it, come in and chat to us. If there's anybody you particularly want to hear do a talk, let us know, and we'll try and contact that person and see if we can get them on, or any ideas on the subjects to talk about. The spirit hasn't come on here tonight, whoever it is. They're probably having a night off by the sounds of it. Nobody's interacting with us tonight. So as I say, it only remains me to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from everybody. There's our main man there, look, in the background. We miss him dearly.
Where's that?
But he's always here. He's not far away, is he?
No.
We've heard him. So, So we wish everybody on here and everybody in the spirit world a very, very Merry Christmas. Into the dark, good night to you. Thank you for tuning in. So Merry Christmas from all of us on here and Happy New Year. Not only for us, for all our loved ones in the spirit world. You know, we wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we miss you all loads. So only remains for me to say goodbye and be safe, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh.